All right. I just have a standard E11 collet nut here. And for our collet nut bore, so that this can kind of fit in there, I'm not going to make it super tight because I don't need the pressure here. So when we set this up, I'm going to go ahead and go a pocket diameter of 19.45 mils. I'm going to have a Z start at -1 because remember we took it down 1 millimeter in terms of our facing. I'm going to have a Z end of -4. That'll give us a little bit of depth so that it can kind of seat that ring, if you will, just a little bit. I'm not overly concerned about it. We'll go a depth of cut of just 2 mils, and then we'll step it down at 1. So that'll hopefully get us kind of started with what our dimensions need to be. Again, I'm going to run this at 500 millimeters a minute. However, one of the things I need to do is I need to set up my pattern. So let's take a look at this. Again, if I have my 0, 0 sitting right here, all right, so everything's referenced off of my work coordinate offset. I need to go over 50 mil, and then I'm going to go up 30 mil. And you can see that's what I've got here. I'm going to keep all of my Y's at 30 millimeters across, but my X's are going to change. So I'm just going to go 50, 75, 100, and 125 mils. And then that'll just give us a nice spaced dimensions all the way across. It'll be equal all the way being distributed. And this will be our first cut. So that'll be the outer ring. Then we're going to set up for the actual collet bore. And I had mentioned that the collets do protrude a little bit. They are tapered. So if we make this just a little bit tight, this collet will actually fit in there. So what do we have? I'm going to keep my same pattern of X and Y. So I'm just going to repeat that in my settings here. However, I'm going to change my pocket diameter to an 8.1 millimeter. I'm going to have a Z start at -3, because remember, we've gone down a little bit. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead down 11 millimeters. Now, if we reflect back, we have an overall depth of 12 mils. So that should give us a little bit where we don't have a hole through it. And again, depth of cut, since these are smaller, I'm going to go at 2.5 depth of cut. And we'll go ahead and step at 1 mil. I'm going to go ahead and keep it at 500 millimeters. And as I said, the XY pattern will be exactly the same. Let's go to Path Pilot and set that up for these collet and collet nuts to be pocketed. Let's approach this a little bit different. I technically already have the collet bore, so that's where we're working on the larger hole diameter. I already have it, but a lot of times when you've created something, rather than recreate, we can actually go back and do a conversational edit. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I got a couple of things here from previous work. Let me get that menu out. So I've got a certain one on an 80-20 in terms of the setup, and then I also have a deep cut. So you can see right here that I've got the normal cut and then a deep cut. Because I've got this set up on an 80-120, this might be a different size spacing. So I want to go in and look at that. So if I go ahead and just click on my 19 mil, knowing that that's what I want to look at, I can see that it's just going to do that top part. Let's go ahead and look. If I want to look at my drill pattern, because that's really what's going to tell me, I have this at 40 mil and then 37. Yes, I can tell that these are different numbers than what I had originally planned. So we're going to go back in and we're going to change this a little bit. So let's go ahead and double check this first. Okay, as I'm looking at my data, right here, 19, I have 0.45, and I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. So I made it an adjustment to make it just a little bit smaller. Then when I look at my Z start, my Z start is actually going to be at a -1. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that at -1, hit enter. We're going to go ahead and do a depth of cut. I've got it as 4, so let's go ahead and change that to -4. And then depth of cut, let's just go ahead and do that. Let's do something nice and easy. Let's just go do 1. That way we're not pushing it. And then step over at 0.5. That way we're running a little bit more conservative as we're doing these spiral cuts, but we can go kind of fast. Again, I've got it at my G54. I've got this at tool 2. I'm going to go ahead and put that back into tool 3 because I don't want to change. And this should be small enough that we're able to get in there without a problem. I'm going to go ahead 15,400 feed rate. I'm going to change that back to 150. And I still want a Z clearance. I want something a little bit taller just in case. Whoops, let's fix that. We're going 30 millimeter clearance. Okay. Pocket diameter, whoops, somehow I cleaned that out. Let's go 19.45. Now, what I need to go back and change is my drill patterns. So this is where we're spacing it across. On this, I need to have an X of 50. So we're going to go 50. And our Y is going to be 30. So the beautiful thing is even though I had something else different, I can come back in here and change it pretty quick. Go back to the 30 again. This one should be 100. And again, 30 mils up. Whoops, pardon me. And we have 125 and 30. Make sure you're always hitting enter so that it does fully engage with what the elements are. I'm going to go ahead and change this. This is our tool holder, 19 mil. It is not on a block, so I have a different block size. So I'm going to take that off. All right, collet bore, and we'll come back in here and we'll click on our finish. We're going to go ahead and do a save because I just want to see that tool path. So there's our preview in terms of what the G code is going to look like. And I'm going to go ahead and click save. So you can see we've got a long drop, which will keep us nice and safe. It's going to take some time. I can come back and refine that at a later time if I so desire. Go ahead and hit close. And when we come into loading that, there we are. Notice we've got an issue. Oh, we need to go back and fix that. So let's do that again. We'll come back to our file. We're going to do a conventional or conversational edit. And we need to now change this one. Let's go ahead and change that because that's going to be our placement. Again, we can go ahead and work on the diameter bore. I'm going to change that just a little bit smaller. I'm going to go at 8.1. So 8.1, enter. We can go ahead, safe -3Z, start knowing that it'll be a little bit deeper because we were at a -4. We're going to go ahead and take that to -8. I'm going to change that. I want that to a -11. And we'll go depth of cut. I still want to be kind of safe on this. We're just going to do that at a 2 because it's a smaller hole. Step over. We've got a 0.68. That'll be just fine. And again, we're going to keep all of our parameters on the far side. Let's modify this a little bit. So we're going to take this to 150. And we have our clearance of 30. And again, it'll show that it's a little bit time consuming, but for students, we can get it to be safe. Go ahead and click on finish. Again, we're looking at a tool path. That looks just fine. We're going to do a save. And we'll do a close. Reload, yes. Now, let's see if everything lines up. No, we forgot to go back. So let's go ahead and do conversational edit. That's what's so great about the images here. Conversational edit. We need to go to our drill tab and we need to change these. So we had these at 50. Whoops, pardon me. I don't want to go to line 50. Going 50. Enter. But we're at the 30. We're at 100. Pardon me, 75. 30. We're going 100. 30. And we're going 125 and 30. Let me just double check just to make sure that that's what I was looking for. 50, 75, 100, and 125, then 30, 30, 30, 30. So we're looking good there. We're going to go ahead and hit finish. We'll go back to our tool path. That looks good. If I come up and I click on my overall menu, then I can see that these are lined up. I should have done that earlier, and then that would have just helped me clarify what I was looking at and what I had completed in terms of my modifications. Now we're ready to run this. So let's go ahead and run this. All right, so here's something that's really nice. After it's done this first set of millings, these pockets, I have now on a screen what's called an optional stop, or an M1. It allows me to kind of clean things up. I can go in and vacuum before going into the next deeper pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, and then we'll resume.